In a world bursting with life, atop the legendary flower, Fruit Mountain, a cosmic stone absorbed the essence of heaven and earth for millennia. Then, one day, crack, it split open, and a stone monkey leapt out. His laugh was arrogant, full of life, and as he landed, two beams of golden light shot from his eyes, piercing the clouds and shaking the very foundations of the celestial palace. In that moment, the Jade Emperor was startled. The Dragon King felt the pillars of the sea tremble. And in the underworld, King Yama stared, confused, at a soul that had just appeared, belonging nowhere. An entity was born outside the cycle of reincarnation, outside the cosmic order. This was Sun Wukong. Though he became king of the monkeys, Wukong was afraid. He watched an old monkey die and, for the first time, understood mortality. His immense ego refused to accept an end, so began his impossible quest for eternal life. He mastered the 72 earthly transformations and could command the wind and clouds. But he still needed a weapon worthy of his ambition. He parted the waters and marched straight to the Dragon Palace at the bottom of the sea. The old Dragon King greeted him, his face stern. "Who dares disrupt the balance of the seas?" he boomed. Wukong just grinned. "A weapon. I want a weapon worthy of me, old dragon." The Dragon King offered tridents and great spears, but Wukong scoffed, calling them all mere toys. Then his eyes fell upon it, an immense iron pillar, glowing faintly, stabilizing the entire ocean. It was the Bang, an ancient piece of cosmic matter. The Dragon King panicked. "No, that is the pillar of the world. If you take it, the seas will fall into chaos." But Wukong wasn't listening. "Perfect," he declared. He lifted the staff, and it magically shrank to fit his hand. The Dragon Palace shook violently. As Wukong left, laughing maniacally with his new weapon and a full suit of armor he'd borrowed, the Dragon King was left desperately trying to save his realm. Wukong had defied the natural balance. His defiance didn't stop there. One night, as he slept, the black and white impermanence, reapers from the underworld, came to collect his soul. His time, they said, was up. "My time," Wukong roared in fury. "I decide my own fate." He beat the reapers with his staff and stormed the gates of the underworld, barging right up to King Yama himself. "You are a soul. You must obey the cycle of reincarnation. It is the law of the Jade Emperor," Yama commanded. Wukong's response was simple. "I make my own laws." He snatched the book of life and death. Finding his own name, he crossed it out with a bold stroke. Then, seeing the names of all his monkey subjects, he smiled and crossed out every single one. "We're never dying," he announced, tossing the book back. "We are free." He left the underworld in utter chaos, having shattered the ancient system of destiny itself. News of this chaos reached the Jade Emperor in the Celestial Palace. To control the unruly monkey, he decided to appease him with the divine post, protector of the horses. When Wukong discovered this was the lowest, most menial job in all of heaven, his pride, his very ego, was wounded. His fury exploded. He roared his new title for all the heavens to hear. Chetia Shung. The great sage, equal to heaven. He fought his way from the stables to the throne room. He single-handedly defeated 100,000 celestial warriors. He stole the sacred peaches of immortality and drank the elixirs of Laozi, making himself virtually indestructible. The four sacred beasts tried to restore order, but Wukong, a being of pure, raw chaos, broke their elemental balance. This was the individual self, rebelling against the entire cosmic philosophy. He stood amidst the wreckage of the celestial palace, his staff on his shoulder, looking down at the trembling Jade Emperor. "That throne," he declared, "it should be mine." Just as he was about to strike the final blow, an absolute silence fell. All light, all sound, was drawn toward a single figure. The Buddha appeared. He was not large, nor brilliantly lit. He simply was the embodiment of the cosmos itself. His voice didn't echo. It simply existed in everyone's mind. "Brave monkey, why do you cause this chaos?" Wukong, unabashed, stated his case. "I want justice. I want freedom. I want to replace the Jade Emperor. I am the strongest. The Buddha listened patiently. You say you are the strongest. Very well. If you can jump out of the palm of my hand, I will tell the Jade Emperor to give you his throne. If not, you must accept your punishment. Wukong laughed. This was too easy. With a single flip, he soared. He flew faster than light, past galaxies, past the river of time, until there was nothing left but the void. Finally, he saw 5 massive, pink pillars, marking the very edge of the universe. Too easy, he cackled. To prove he'd been there, he wrote on the middle pillar, "The great sage, equal to heaven, was here." Then, as a final act of defiance, he urinated at its base. He flew back, landing triumphantly in the Buddha's palm. "It is done. Now, keep your promise." The Buddha's eyes were full of compassion, without a trace of anger. "You monkey ... double quotes," he said softly, and held up one finger. There, on his middle finger, was a line of writing. "The great sage, equal to heaven, was here," and at the base of his finger, it was damp. Wukong's mind shattered. The 5 pillars at the end of the universe were the Buddha's 5 fingers. He had never even left his palm, his great ego, his chaos, his rebellion. It was all just a speck of dust in the vastness of cosmic enlightenment. "You still do not understand," the Buddha said, and with that, he turned his palm over. The hand transformed into a colossal, 5-peak mountain that slammed down, pinning Sun Wukong to the earth. Chaos was sealed. Wukong screamed. He struggled, but the mountain, the embodiment of the fundamental laws of the cosmos, did not budge. The cosmos needs order, and order needs a system maintained by power and balanced by sacrifice. But order, when left unchallenged, becomes stagnation. The universe needs chaos. It needs the arrogant ego that dares to ask, why? Sun Wukong's rebellion had failed, but his soul's journey had just begun. Trapped for 500 years, his arrogance would be worn away, making room for something far greater, true enlightenment. He had defied the cycle of life and death, and now he must join it. He had defied heaven, and now he must learn to serve a higher purpose. His greatest journey was never against the cosmos, but against himself. Trapped in stone, a new light was beginning to dawn in his eyes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to follow our journey through mythology. See you next time.